Hello everyone, welcome back to Aqua Moon Tarot. I'm Katie. Please excuse any background noise. My AC is very loud and I really wanted to record this video. Yeah, so this is kind of like by the seat of my pants. This reading was inspired by two decks I've gotten recently. And I'll put these here. So I have the All-Seeing Heart, Saira, Hunjan. We have the Romance Angels deck by Doreen Virtue, and we have the Angel Answers by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. Because this is going to be a love or love adjacent reading. I normally shy away from love readings, and this is because I think they're very tricky. I don't like to tell people that things are going to happen. I like to give more prescriptive rather than predictive readings. But that being said, people love readings. So I would say take this take what resonates. Know that you can change the future. I do think your fate, your future is malleable. Once you have information, you can choose to go a different way, right? So if for some reason you don't like the answer, just take it as future knowledge, advice, and take it or leave it as well. Anyway, I've already shuffled the decks, but I'm going to shuffle them into 6 different groups. And you can go ahead and pick one, pick multiple, whatever you are most drawn to, or listen to all of them and see what fits. But what I want you to do is I want you to think of a situation and then a question having to do with a relationship. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be close friend, acquaintance, a partnership, coworkers. But I want you to think about whatever in terms of this like relationship, and it could be with a group too. It doesn't have to be with like one other person. I want you to think about, what comes to mind, what you want to ask the question about, the relationship on your mind, and then ask a question. But again, take it as you will. The future is changeable. All right, here we go. So let's do, and you can definitely skip forward. I'm going to put the timestamps below for the different groups, and I don't want you to see the cards yet, so I'm going to do them back here. And I'm leaving these up so you can, if you literally want to see the piles, even though you're not going to see the cards yet, I am going to put them all out so you can get a feel for whichever came out. Let's get 2 more, please. So think of situation. Okay, go ahead and choose your group. And then actually, I'm going to pull these live for your group. So group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6. And I didn't want to use any crystals or anything else to denote them. I mean, whatever you get a feeling for, or some people like to use the timestamp numbers. If there's lucky numbers in there for you, go right ahead. Any of your weird and wild methods. Yeah, so go down to the timestamps and I'll see you in your groups. All right, group 1. Welcome. I want to pull the cards first and then you can see those. So now you get to listen to me shuffle again. Figured I didn't want to make y'all wait and have me shuffle all 3 decks. But again, skip ahead if you like. Oh. Okay, and then we have the Angel Answers deck. Okay. Waiting for some jumpers. This is a barely touched deck, this one, so it kind of sticks. Okay, there we go. For your main, I guess your main card, situation card, we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Right. So I'm going to read what the authors say for the meanings of the cards, and then I'll put it all together. The romance angels are helping you during this time period of separation from your partner. This card comes to you as an indication of angelic support as you spend time away from each other. While you're apart, the angels can help you fill your hours with healthy activities, which will help your present or future relationships. This card may indicate a temporary period of aloneness, such as while your partner is traveling for business, or a time in your life when you're single and preparing for your next relationship. It can also mean a marital separation or divorce. Call upon the angels for support and guidance during these transitions. They can help you discover the deep healing to be mined as you spend time alone, which prepares you for the next part of your relationship journey. And by the way, when it says discover the deep healing to be mined, that's M-I-N-E-D. So like mining, you know, like digging for. Okay, so we have sacred space. Sacred space. Interesting. You got 2 S cards. I don't know. That's interesting. Maybe there's an S in the name of whomst you're inquiring about. All right, sacred space. When power is used for the greater good, we have a protective shield. Everything is in safe hands, and there is awareness in all things. The fire spirit resides in the zenith of the mountain, and it is here that we can access our inner power and strength. But any space can become sacred when it serves a spiritual intention and becomes a source of focus. The energy of this card suggests that everything is in safe hands and there is awareness in all things. But it also represents the point of power being used for the highest good rather than corruption and control. The eye will stop intruders in their tracks, and you can therefore use this card as a protective force in rituals where protection and safety are required. Add this card to your sacred space and allow it to remind you that all is well. Oh, keywords are ritual, protection, and intention. And then, oh yeah, answers. So question, having to do with the situation, and meditation brings answers. That's so funny because getting these, I was literally going to say after reading the description for these 2, I feel like getting away and being by yourself and meditating, literally or figuratively, contemplating, meditating would do you good. So it's very interesting. We got that. Let's see. Let me find the book. Meditation brings answers. Trying to come up with an intellectual answer to your concerns hasn't been successful. That's because the solutions you seek can only be found by going within, through meditation or inner spiritual work. You may also gather insights from your nighttime dreams as your subconscious creates solutions for you that are not available to your waking mind. Oh, interesting. Okay. I really get that. Either, well, quite like, you know, like what's clear with this one is there's separation. So it's either you are separated from this person, people, group, whatever, or you need to separate. And not as in like just break up, but I just feel like you need to remove yourself from a situation and take time from yourself in a space that you find like sacred, somewhere that's like comfortable for you, where you can like meditate, take time to yourself. But just, I would say, I mean, this is definitely focusing more on you. And so instead of like the other party. So, you know, for some of you, you do need to put more focus on yourself and get away and not just meditate maybe on this, what's going on in this situation with this other person or people, but also like what's going on with you and what you need from this situation and just like overall, right? So that's very interesting that we got all of those. Cool. Okay, so I'll put these over here. All right. We have group 2. Oops. I'll put that out. Codependency. All right. Sorry, I revealed it. I revealed it too soon. Let me shuffle these cards. Let's see. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. I'm not going to say this is strictly romantic, though, just because Priestess of the East. Because it could deal with, like, it could deal with people that you love, but it doesn't have to be romantic. You know what I mean? Or if it's like the group. Okay, remind me to not reveal this one yet until at the end of the reading, the answer one. All right, 1 card, please, for 2. Priestess of East. That's cool. Very interesting. Okay, you can see that, did you? Okay. All right, so we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Interesting. And it's just this like woman sitting on a bench by herself. She looks like she's looking out into the horizon and longingly looking out. Let me find this in my guidebook. All right, codependency. This card answers your question in perhaps a surprising way because addictions are the culprit behind the issues you're attempting to resolve. This could be your own craving for a substance or unhealthful behavior, or it could be that your partner's addictions are impacting your love life. The card is also an indicator of childhood experiences in an addictive family. Addictions numb the heart to pain, but they also diminish its capacity to love. Since love is the basis of your romantic partnership, addictions become a barrier to moving forward toward true emotional intimacy. This is especially true if you are twisting yourself in knots to please a person whose dependency has lessened his or her capacity for happiness. That no-win situation will negatively affect your self-esteem and your own happiness if you continue. Fortunately, lots of support is available worldwide in the form of 12-step meetings and other addiction support fellowship models. And I didn't mean to laugh. I'm just saying some people don't like to go with the AA because of reasons. So you don't have, there are other ways to get through this. Whether it is you or your romantic partner who has the addiction, you can find free groups near you through internet searches or by contacting a local community health center. All right. Well, that is definitely not what I was expecting. I don't know if I've ever gotten this card before. Okay, so we have Priestess of the East. Very interesting artwork. And this one, she says, the priestess of all matters of the mind and movement brings clarity and inspiration for new beginnings and asks what you want to bring into being. Keywords, spiritual practice, new beginnings, retrieval. This swift and helpful bird woman is the personification of energy from the esoteric East, land of the rising sun and ancient mystical rites. She's a wise priestess of all matters of the mind and movement, and with this comes inspiration and new beginnings. Just as the priestess carries her temple with her, any spiritual pilgrimage begins and ends within our hearts. Wearing our temple like a shell brings these sacred spaces into our everyday lives. Facing an easterly direction while meditating on this card can help purify your mind. Sorry, my AC is loud. Enhance your spiritual practice and ensure your sacred time is with you always. This priestess can also assist with memory recall or retrieving lost items, as well as bringing instant stillness and clarity. Wow. Bird woman, priestess of the East. I've never heard of her. And your question, the answer to your question. So have that question in mind. Improving health. Interesting. All right. I mean, because in this deck, there are literally like, it'll be a few weeks, it'll be a few months. There's yes, there's no, but there's also answers like this, which I think are really helpful versus like just yes and no. So let's see what the author says. The angels want you to know that the health of the person you asked about is going to improve. You can request the assistance of Archangel Raphael and your guardian angels to speed along the recovery. Again, if that's in part of your practice, if it's not, totally cool. I just like the cards. This card may also be urging you to make more healthful choices in your life. If you're feeling called to detox from harmful foods or substances, you should follow that guidance. Removing unhealthy practices from your life will make you feel vibrant and strong. Oh my goodness, that's so crazy. Kind of like group one, like this one kind of goes, but man, these two cards together. It could be literally that you're dealing with someone or yourself with an addiction, and we all deal with things differently, so no judgment, and you'll reach out when you're ready. But I do feel like that if it's you or the person you're dealing with or situate, like the people, I feel like by recognizing it and then obviously like working on it, it'll improve health. But I feel like with some of you, it's you're like, no, this isn't happening. Like either I don't have an addiction or this other person that I'm dealing with doesn't have an addiction. For some of you, you could have an addiction to the person, and sometimes that's not healthy. So this is like also meditation, And with any of the situations, like meditating, going inward and like just really thinking about things and taking time away for yourself to get clear can really help, as well as reaching out for resources if that applies. And then even the overall health of this relationship being improved. So this could be that you have codependency with each other and you need to both need to take time away and get to know yourselves and just improve your mental health, your relationship health, spiritual health. Again, this is not a religious reading. It's just, I like these cards. So, okay. Moving on. Let's see. Group 3. Let me shuffle. Try not to reveal them too soon, like I did on X-Men, the last group. They must be a mystery until we are ready to reveal. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Jumper. Whoops. Nope. Almost put it right side up. Silly. All right. One card. Whoops. Nope. Too many. You've got a lot of messages coming out. I like to take jumpers, so I can tell sometimes it's like the answer doesn't want to come and the deck's sticky, and this one they just see that like pop out. Okay, so your person, your situation, we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And again, it doesn't have to just be a romantic relationship. It can be, but if you're talking about coworkers or a group of friends or something, it just means everything's great, or you have love for them of some sort. Let me read the meaning out of the guidebook. It's on my laptop. This is okay. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Your soulmate relationship requires patience, as there are many factors involved. Your soulmate's free will choices are beyond your or the angel's control, as it is the readiness of both you for true love. Oh, I'm sorry. Your soulmate's free will choices are beyond your or the angel's control, as is the readiness of both you for your true love. This card comes to you as a reminder that this relationship is worth waiting for. Divine timing is a universal law that is always in operation. It is the flow of everything. If we try to impose our human will and force things to happen, we become out of sync with nature and experience blockages. Similarly, if we fret, when will I meet my soulmate, we put worry energy out into the universe. The romance angels have heard and answered your prayers for a soulmate, and they are working behind the scenes to bring this to you. Your role is to listen and to follow your intuition, even if it seems unrelated to your desire. Your intuition is like a guide dog, leading you along the path of answered prayers. Follow your intuition and trust in the timing of the relationship. Oh, very cool. And again, what is for you will not pass you by. Let's go on to this one. All right. Oh, sun and moon. Because I'm as surprised as you are. Because I don't know what I picked for you. Let's see. Sun and moon. After being hidden for so long, the combination of light and dark energies represents a willingness to learn new things and a readiness to step into your light. Keywords: courage, support, willingness. This spirit represents a willingness to learn new things and an inquisitive nature. You may have been watching a situation unfurl from behind the scenes and out of sight, but now you need to overcome your fears and step forward into the light. You need to feel grounded and balanced before you can make your move, which will require a hefty dose of self-belief and courage. But trust in your readiness for the challenge. When you step out from the shadow of the moon into the sunlight, you will also experience more life force as your breath helps you to bring focus to your intentions. In taking this step, know that you are held and supported by the breath of life and will grow in confidence at this point. From this point. Courage, support, willingness. I'm just trying to put it together in my head. Okay. Let's pull the last one. All right, so your question having to do with this situation, and the answer says, look for a sign. Oh my gracious, I've just recently got this card, these cards from a friend who like never used the deck. I mean, I'm not super religious. And again, just take these as cards. So don't be offended, but this is pretty friggin' cool. It's like Jesus, and he's got like this almost like lightning bolt of energy and a scepter and a crown. This is kind of badass. Okay. Sorry. Oh, all right. I have a lot of time to myself. Let's just say that. Look for a sign. Okay. Okay, there we go. Your angels have a very special and specific answer to your question. You can expect to see signs right away that will have deep meaning for you. Many people see white feathers to indicate that their angels are with them, or they may smell scents from their childhood that they connect with a family member. Signs require focused attention, so be awake to the possibilities. Don't mistake synchronistic events for mere coincidences at this time. They are a message especially designed for you. Okay, for this reading. So divine timing is at work in your love life. It could be there is like soulmate. I mean, me personally, I believe we have more than one soulmate, and I don't feel like they're all romantic. You know, it's family, it's friends, it's kids, it's best friends, it's whatever. I feel like some of you who picked this group are feeling like lacking. You're looking for love. And again, it is worth waiting for. Self-belief and courage, trust in your readiness for the challenge, and stepping out from the shadow of the moon into the sunlight. Okay. So the thing is, some of you, and with like looking for a soulmate or a partner, either romantic, it could be a business partner. Maybe you're looking for someone to help you with things. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it's divine timing. What is for you will not pass you by. I feel like this is talking about specifically for this reading. It's being energetically ready. So sometimes, and again, take this or don't, whatever, but it's a little woo. But there are some people that believe that sometimes we have these energetic blockages, usually subconscious, right? So say if you're trying to call in love and, find this romantic partner. There's something else in your life or in yourself that you're not letting go of, that's not great for you, that's negative, that you're holding on to energetically, whether you realize it or not. And until and unless you solve that, let it go, whatever needs to be done, you won't be ready. Like, okay, universe, I'm ready for this person to come in. Now, when you are aligned, spiritually, energetically, you should look for a sign. And it could be white feathers. Now, see, I'm very much of this. Like, synchronicities aren't coincidences. I mean, yes, I'm a very big skeptic, but I'm also a big believer. And trust me, I try to talk myself out of like signs all the time, but then it's thrown in my face. But you'll know. It doesn't have to be a white feather. I would say, tell the universe, ask the universe or spirit, whatever you believe in, this is what I want as my sign specifically. Or maybe it could just be like seeing the same repeating numbers like over and over, where you just cannot deny that it's not just you looking at the clock at the same time every day. But also in terms of this person, if you aren't sure if like a certain person you're thinking of is your soulmate, you'll get signs for or against. Or if you haven't met them yet, obviously the signs will point you toward this person. Now, again, take this as you will. I don't do like twin flame readings, stuff like that. I don't personally believe in the twin flames, but I do think we have a lot of soulmates, like I said, and I feel like this connection will be yours and it will be beneficial to you. But there's an aspect or aspects of yourself that you need to loosen up on or let go to really be ready to take on this person or this relationship, right? Because you want to be your best self. Because if you're not okay, you don't want to bring baggage onto someone else. And that just sets you up for potentially not a great start to your relationship or, further than that. Sorry. So I have the ideas in my head. I just have to figure out how to put them into words. Anyway, I hope that resonated for you. Again, check out other groups. And yeah. All right, here we go. Group 4. Okay. Got that there. I'm not going to show it yet. I promised myself I wouldn't show it yet. I'm gonna do these other 2 cards so that you can see that I'm drawing them live on air, recorded for YouTube. Whoops. All right, this one flipped. Oh, nope. You can't see. You can't see yet. And then the answer cards. Ooh. Nope, that's too many. Man, they just got all kinds of messages for you. Just 1 card, please. 4. Ooh. Almost. Okay. I like to get jumpers when I'm reading for others. Oh, no, you can't see it yet. Okay, so your main card, Romance Angels, is trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Let me find it in my guidebook. I'm going to read from the guidebooks what the author's saying and then put it all together. Okay, trust. In response to your question, the Romance Angels ask you to trust that everything is exactly as it needs to be. Do not add fear to the situation, which will only create drama and negativity. Instead, the angels ask you to release your worries to them. Your present situation is here to bring you blessings and personal growth, leading to the beautiful romantic love you so deeply desire and deserve. As you follow the pathway you're currently on, trust that it's leading you in the right direction. Your faith uplifts your energy, which in turn attracts positive experiences and people, including your romantic partner. Very cool. Okay, so it could be you have trust issues with in this, or that trust issues could come up, or it's just that if you don't have a person yet and you want a person, be it romantic, professional, whatever, trust in the divine timing, because the blessings and the personal growth that will lead to you finding it will like help you out. So you'll be ready for it, you know, like prepped and ready for this person to come in so you can be your best self. Resurrection. That's interesting. All right. Let's see what the card says. Resurrection. Finding the silver lining in a situation allows for renewal and rebirth. Count your blessings and contemplate how to grow from your hurts. Keywords are gift, silver, and rebirth. In this card, negativity is drawn from the system, resulting in a transitional rebirth. If you are wounded or have taken on more than you are comfortable with, meditate on the image and allow the situation's silver lining to emerge. You might find valuable self-knowledge or caution, for the future is gifted to you. This is so true even when we stick our neck out for something or someone and are attacked directly, indirectly, or caught in the crossfire and bear the brunt of the situation. The fine silver arrows may be painful, but they always represent a gift or a blessing far greater than whatever dense and painful wound was received. Silver is said to connect the astral body to the physical, the silver cord, and promotes a feeling of coming home and removing hidden fears of being stuck in another realm, unable to come back. I mean, honestly, with the trust, and then we have the arrows may be painful. Let's see. So the gift, they also always represent a gift or a blessing far greater than whatever dense and painful wound was received. I kind of get that. The trust issues are stemming from being wounded and, you know, painful situations. And so if this is like a case where you have a hard time trusting people or a certain someone, you know, it's like because of those arrows through the heart, which I hate it, but it's kind of true. They're all lessons. Not that we want to go through these things, and most of us don't choose to, but we can learn from it. All right. Think of the question to go with your situation, and big happy changes is the answer. What does the guidebook say? Okay. Big happy changes. Big positive changes are coming into your life. You may find yourself on a new career path, entering a new relationship, or moving to a new home or city. Embrace these exciting events, knowing that your angels will be beside you all the way, whatever you believe. What you are asking about may require you to take steps of faith that seem frightening or beyond your ability. See, you need to trust. Trust. Oh, my next word was trust. I didn't even see that. Trust that the opportunities before you are meant to bring you happiness. Maybe even these arrows, right? Eventually. These options would not have presented themselves unless you were ready for them. Release your fears and follow your heart. So, start trusting yourself, trusting in if you believe in higher power. If I haven't said this before in this reading, what is for you will not pass you by. So I really feel like this is a rebirth. This is honestly more about you than like another person. It's a rebirth of you and your inner world and you being able to trust and just having these big happy changes in life because you decided to trust yourself, trust in the universe, and keep working on yourself and toward good things and learning from good and painful lessons. I hope that resonated. If there's any other groups that you were drawn to, please check them out. And I thank you for watching. We're going to move on, but check me out on Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, and I really appreciate it. Let's go on. Group 5. I want to draw them and then show you. But I just wanted you to know that I was shuffling these other 2 oracle cards live. So, these are not handpicked, they are random messages from the universe. Let's see. Whoops. Oh, shoot. Again, the preview, sneak peek. Okay, let's get into the reading. Your romance angel card is forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Let's see what the guidebook says. I'm going to read the guidebook answers, messages from the authors for all of these, and then I'll put it together with my own 2 cents, because that's what I'm here for. Forgiving and learning. Okay, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. The romance angels have heard your desire for great love, and they bring you this card as guidance. They see that your heart can give and receive the bliss of romance by clearing away the cobwebs of the past. The angels know that you've been hurt before and that you're wary of being hurt again. Yet your defenses are creating barriers to allowing love into your life. As you heal your past, you won't keep recreating it. After all, you attract into your life the situations and relationships that remind you of what you've already experienced, because that is a primary tool of healing. To change to a healthier relationship pattern, it's necessary to detoxify any old anger, blame, or unforgiveness you may be holding. This includes forgiving yourself. If you call upon the angels and ask them to help you release and heal your past, they'll clear away the heaviness so that your heart can soar with happiness. So yeah, very much like stuck energy, so you can't move forward. The shapeshifter. Ooh, that's interesting. All the artwork in this deck is interesting. Let me look it up. Leaving your comfort zone and pushing into unknown territories may be the medicine you need to move forward. Keywords: perspective, challenge, and medicine. This card relates to the dualistic nature of everyday situations and the notion of as above, so below. There is a medicine within the sting of the sharpest point, similar to the stimulation from nettles or bee sting. And this card asks what needs to change so you can move forward. See? This may not refer to taking action, but instead contemplating different perspectives and understanding a situation from many angles. When you become open to seeing things differently, you may find that you also need to challenge old beliefs and patterns. Challenging yourself may bring you some pain, but it will help you become unstuck and you'll gain confidence as you move forward. This card can also relate to drawing you out of where you feel most comfortable and pushing you into unknown territory wherein lies your medicine. Again, healing the uncomfortable parts, okay? But we need one more card and then we'll really put this together. The Angel Answers card. If you have a question to go with this or just to accompany the reading, listen to your intuition. Oh my gosh. I know. You're like, oh, everybody tells me that. But it's true. What was it? I was watching a video on Instagram and I don't even remember the author's name who was being interviewed. And they said something like, your intuition versus your ego. Your intuition, and I'm paraphrasing, this thought or idea that's going to come out of nowhere, and it can be uncomfortable or not quite comfortable. Do you know what I mean? But you know you have to do it. Unlike thinking, well, I should do this because A, B, or C, right? That's your ego talking. But it's intuition. I like to think of it as like a thought or idea that comes out of nowhere that has nothing to do with your current train of thought, right? And not just like me where I, have scattered brain thoughts all the time, but it's this deeper gut feeling. And sometimes it clicks. It just comes out of nowhere, and I'm just blabbering, but you know what I mean? I'll try to think of a better way to say it. So the book for this one says, your intuition is completely reliable and accurate at this time. Listen to your own inner guidance and you can't go wrong. You can be certain that the messages you're receiving from your angels are real and trustworthy. Have faith in your feelings about the circumstances you're experiencing. Your insights into other people and their true feelings or motives are perfectly accurate. There is no need to question what you know is true. Interesting. Well, I do feel like you'll get more of that, like clearer intuition once you work on this, like healing the past and forgiving yourself, detoxifying, any old anger, blame, or unforgiveness you may be holding to move forward. Because it's harder to listen to the intuition when your thoughts and your spirit are muddied, clouded with sadness, regret, anxiety, things like that. So yeah, open to seeing things differently, challenging yourself to heal, to become unstuck. Also, within your intuition, you'll know what to do and how to deal with this, or if you need outside sources to help you. I don't feel like this has to do with maybe a certain situation or person you're thinking about, because it's about you. Because maybe something isn't working because you're stuck in the past somehow, right? Forgiving yourself, forgiving the other person, learning from that, and unsticking things, releasing to move forward. So that way your intuition is clear, but you'll know what you need, Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for listening, and check me out on Instagram. Let's move along to group 6. Last but not least, I'm gonna draw all the cards and then we shall look at them together. One card for group number 6. Man, you got some messages today. They were eager to come out. Okay, so for romance angels, we have flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy towards others. Ooh. Let me pull up the meaning in the guidebook I have here. All right, flirt. Let's see. Oh, look at them. That's interesting. The romance angels guide you to initiate romance with flirtatiousness, which entails smiling with your eyes as you connect with others. It's like what Tyra Banks used to say on Next Top Model was like smize, like smile with your eyes. It doesn't necessarily involve sexuality, although it can. Flirting is playful in nature, and playfulness is the heart of romance. If you're in a relationship, flirting with your partner can revive passion. If you're single, this activity can attract new friendships as well as a love relationship. Drawing this card can simply mean that making more eye contact with others will help you connect with people. This is especially true if you smile and say hello more often. Everyone you meet is a potential friend, and studies show that most people are introduced to their mates through mutual acquaintances. Also, this deck was probably done before online dating got really big. But I'm kind of the same mind. Meeting in person sometimes works better. Sometimes. Therefore, form new friendships both as a way of meeting a new partner and to increase your enjoyment of life. Interesting. So yeah, don't take my 2 cents. But meeting people in person, even if that's like meeting a group or a person or, a new friendship group online and then meeting in person, but it does a lot. This is just like, I say this as like, be open, right? Be open to flirting and inviting in love, romance, playfulness, and friendships. Guardian spirit. Ooh, interesting. Guardian spirit. Unconditional love is never lost, and you haven't been forgotten because these everlasting bonds vibrate through all times and dimensions. Keywords: guide, animal, and communication. The white dog of the mountain is a guardian spirit and helper in the other world. He's a shapeshifter and embodies the four elements: earth, air, water, and fire. This guardian spirit is always with you, always around you, and always above your head and below your feet. This card reminds you to call on your spirit helpers in the animal kingdom. Usually within plain sight, these guides serve as messengers to useful connections on the other side that you may otherwise not be able to reach. If you're grieving, the presence of the white dog reminds you that no soul is ever lost to you and your bond remains. If there is a sadness related to the animal friends you have lost connection with, this card offers the comfort that they never left you at all. They just shifted dimensionally. Oh, animal communication. Maybe for some of you, you're going to take your dog out to a dog park or for a walk, and that's how you're going to meet somebody or a friend or yeah. Hold on. I got to look at that again because I got to put it all together. I don't think I've ever gotten this card. We're getting some really interesting cards that I have to tie together. Unconditional love, bonds. Okay. All times and dimensions. Okay. The spirit lives on. Here we go. Angel answers for your question. Peaceful resolution. Oh, interesting. Look at all this imagery. I don't think I've ever seen that card. Peaceful resolution. The challenges you're inquiring about are going to come to an end. Conflict will cease and soon be replaced with harmony. There will be a sense of peace shared by all, even if some only agree to disagree. Disagreements will be resolved in your favor. This includes struggles with employers, legal battles, arbitration, and even strife among family or friends. Be forgiving and understanding with those who may have been in error. Allow peace to come with grace and dignity for everyone. It's like if you're asking about someone you're in a relationship and things aren't going great, it could be that you need a peaceful resolution to get back to the flirt stage. And that, guardian spirits helping you, your guides, your angels, and, spirit, past on loved ones from the other side are helping you along. Look for signs, whatever those are for you, whatever you've designated those as. Or I feel that, on the other hand, for some of you, by being nice, by flirting, and let's just say this is not a romantic relationship, but it's like a fraught, tense relationship with a family member or the coworker. It could be that by loosening up, by being more open and not so guarded and closed off and maybe accusatory, you can get to more peaceful resolution, kind of like putting your guard down, right? And offering an olive branch, or just getting back to playfulness, getting back to lightness. I just feel like levity is needed. And I feel like listening to intuition and maybe signs, communication from, the other side, if you're into that, if you believe in that, can lead to guidance for peaceful resolution. And for others, I feel like this is that getting out there, putting yourself out there, meeting people to either meet friends or meet the one, could be, there could finally be a peaceful resolution, because to this, you wanting, and you do not have said relationship, there is a resolution by listening again to, I'm going to pull this one up again. Yeah, guide, animal communication. By listening to the signs, let's say sign or spirit guide could be an animal. So for some of you, you already have it. Whenever I see a cardinal, because I've been seeing a lot of cardinals lately, or if I see this, it'll be my sign. I feel like animals could come into play for some of you in that it's your sign, or again, your animal is going to help you meet this or mend a rift. Anyway, you'll know. For some of you, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that was it. Others are going to be like, Katie, what is up with you? And you know what? If this didn't resonate, then I implore you to pick another group. This is just for fun, and I enjoy making videos, and I really want to get back to doing more of this. Anyway, if you're still watching, thank you so much. Please follow me on Instagram, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it. It makes me more motivated to make videos and try to set aside time for my work and my day to do this. And I really enjoy your feedback. What resonated? What do you want to see more of? And that's about it. Let me know, what you want to see. What's up? What like hit for you on any of these readings? And yeah, I'll see you later.